Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another vlog. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my top 10 home decor non-negotiables. These are things that you will find in pretty much every single room that I'm decorating, every single room in this house that I've decorated. I swear by these things. They can make a huge difference in your home. And I thought it would be fun too, to sort of play a game of how many do you have. So I'm gonna be naming 10 things and I would love for you to put your score in the comments of how many you have in your room that you are in currently. Okay, so look around your room as we're going through these 10 non-negotiables. If you have all 10, pat yourself on the back. If you don't worry. I will have links to everything down in the description box. You can check it out. Maybe you're missing a couple things. You want to fill in some gaps in your home. I got you in today's video. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please just keep on watching. Okay, so my first non-negotiable, I feel like I'm gonna say this the entire video, but I have in every single room in my home is greenery. So that's either in the form of faux stems, a faux tree. You can see some stems behind me. You can see a tree behind me. This makes such a huge difference in your home. It makes it feel instantly more cozy and inviting. I love the idea of bringing the outdoors indoors. So I like to go for stems that look a little bit more natural. Stems that are a little bit darker. I don't know, to me, a darker leaf looks more realistic than one that's like super bright green. You could also do this in the form of flowers. You could have real or faux flowers. I'm actually looking at a real plant right now in my sunroom. I've been a plant mama for a couple years now, so definitely having plants obviously are just good for you. Like, it's good for the oxygen in the air to have real ones. If you have a green thumb, girl, I highly recommend it. Keep your real plants around. It just adds so much to a space. Okay, my next non-negotiable is dim lighting slash lamps slash spotlights slash candles, anything that's gonna give off a dim ambient light. I absolutely love that. I have lamps, table lamps, floor lamps. I have spotlights pretty much in every single room. I am such a lighting girl. Lighting is everything to me. You will never catch the big light on. I have the chandeliers, and at this point, each chandelier is just decor because I love a good lamp. When it hits around like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, since it's summertime technically, maybe 6:30, all the lamps are on. It is such a vibe. It feels so cozy. If you watch my evening routine, then you know I even have a sunset. Well, I actually have 2 sunset lamps in the glam room that give off kind of like this purpley pink color. It is just so fun. That's kind of like my little fun, cozy corner that's just for me. So I like the lighting to be like pink and purpley. But obviously the warm lighting I think is best. I even have lamps in my kitchen, you guys. I have lamps in the bathroom. I really believe that any room needs a little lamp, a little spotlight, just so that when the sun is set, you can have dim light in your home. It just instantly feels more relaxing. Okay, non-negotiable number 3 is coffee table books. I use these mainly as decor in my home. I will have them either on honestly any surface, my dresser in my bedroom, a console table here in the sunroom, a coffee table, because it's a coffee table book, a coffee table, of course, the mantle. Like, you can, I looked up to see, is it in the mantle? No, not this one, maybe on the other side, I don't know. But I keep coffee table books literally everywhere. In the kitchen, I have recipe books. I just think it adds another layer of coziness. It just feels lived in. It's like you want it to feel lived in because obviously it is lived in, it's your space, but you want it to feel like I could just pick up a book on a coffee table. So I think a good way to do this is just be authentic about it. If you are reading a book or if you have a passion or an interest, get coffee table books in that realm that you're interested in. I know when I was first starting off moving into this house, really up until recently, okay, I was getting books that were strictly just aesthetically pleasing, that were neutral, that went with the color scheme. And I don't know, you guys have kind of had a little bit of a change of heart with that. I'm obviously still gonna keep those books. I'm not gonna get rid of them, but I want to, moving forward, get books that I'm authentically interested in. A lot of the books that I have are home decor, so that fits, that's perfect. But I also want to get some books that are more like art focused, because that is a passion of mine. That's something that I am interested in. And maybe just books of places where I've been. You could get a coffee table book for that. I think it just makes the most sense. I love a neutral book. I love an aesthetically pleasing book, but I think there's also something special about having coffee table books that, one, you actually are connected to, you're actually going to read and be interested in looking through, and they're just true to you in your home that maybe not everybody has. Okay, moving on, my fourth non-negotiable. How are we doing so far? Do you have those three in your space right now? Let me know. The fourth one is a throw blanket. Now, obviously in a bathroom, okay, let's be realistic, in a kitchen, you're not going to have a throw blanket, but I think in like the major rooms, a throw blanket is the perfect addition to either throw over a chair. I know in my office, on my office chair, I literally have a throw blanket tossed over the chair. Honestly, okay, this might be kind of crazy, but even in my dining room, I have a basket and it has throw blankets in there. I don't know, you guys, I just felt like it was the perfect spot. It does make the dining room look really cozy. You don't have to do that. That's a little crazy. That's a little like, what are you doing? But I don't know, like you can pick a corner in pretty much any bedroom, any living room, a sunroom, office, and I just feel like it makes it feel, it makes it feel super cozy. Rob has throw blankets in the man cave, obviously where it makes sense, but it instantly makes your couch more inviting, your chair more inviting. You want to cuddle up here, you want to spend time here. I'm really, really into having corners of my home that feel like I could just sit here and pull out a book and read. So I think a throw blanket is the perfect addition. Okay, moving on to number 5, it kind of connects with the coffee table book conversation that we had, is personalized items. So you could take this honestly however you want. You could get things that are monogrammed. You could get things that are sentimental to you. Maybe you have something in your family that's been passed down. Maybe you want to incorporate pictures with picture frames. However you interpret it, it's obviously personalized. So maybe you have a certain bowl that has been passed down that you want to have on display in like a cabinet that's personal to you and your family. Maybe you went on a trip and you picked something up on that trip that you want to display. It's kind of like those little personal knickknack, those little tchotchkes, those little things that only you have because you and a best friend went on a trip and you guys have a pair of whatever it is. I don't know, I'm just brainstorming to get you thinking about, okay, what do you have that is special to you? Maybe like a college memorabilia thing, something that you can put up, a degree, like that would be the perfect thing to have on display. Whatever it is that means something to you, that brings back a special memory to you, I think is important to have around in your home. The number one tip that I can give when decorating your home and making it feel like collected is you have to be out in the world, living your life and experiencing things to be able to have a home that reflects a like well-traveled life, a well-lived life. So going out on vacation, bringing some things back. Maybe that's like seashells. Maybe you have a little dish of different seashells and you write the year on the back of like a special shell, and every single year you build up a collection. Just things like that really can make all the difference in your space. It makes it feel more you, more personalized, more cozy, more just like it's safe, I guess would be the correct word. Just, I don't know, it makes it feel more you and encompasses you. That's like the main objective when decorating your home. Okay, number 6 kind of ties in with that. It's decorative objects. You could obviously go to Home Goods. I mean, you all know I love doing that. Going to Home Goods, I think it's a good mix of the personal items plus like Home Goods, like fun, cute things. Okay, it's part of the fun running to Home Goods and seeing what you can find. So getting sculptural pieces, art pieces, bowls, just like fun decorative objects, even candles. I've seen some candles that have like a really cool, unique shape that you can decorate with. You can put on a mantle, you can put on your nightstand, you can go thrifting and find really cool vases. Just fun decorative objects make a huge difference. Okay, and number 7 is wall art. I feel like you can't go wrong. Every single room deserves some wall art. Even here in the sunroom, I have some wall art up on the mantle on like this easel thing. You can get huge ones to put put up on the wall. You could do a gallery wall of different artwork, wall art pieces. You could do a DIY wall art, which we've done here before. Just make it fun and make it unique. I definitely would consider your home decor colors before picking a wall art piece. Obviously, you can never go wrong with neutral, but I think it would be fun too to add like some color. Maybe you have like a throw blanket, maybe in your rug, like woven into your rug, there's like a little bit of green. You have a green throw blanket and maybe you want to get a wall art piece to kind of blend in with that. I think would be really, really pretty. Also with wall art, it doesn't necessarily mean art. You can always do a mirror with like a really interesting, unique frame. I think that could be really fun too. Like I said, pictures in like a gallery wall would be really nice. Just something on the wall to add more visual interest. Okay, how are we doing so far? Let me know in the comments. Are you checking things off? Are you thinking, okay, like I've got 8 out of 8? Let me know. Or I guess it was 7 out of 7. We're moving on to number 8 right now. The 8th thing that I think every room deserves is an area rug. Now, when you're picking your area rugs, make sure, at least this is what I would do. You get creative, but for me, what I would do is make sure that at least 2 of the legs of all of your furniture fits onto the rug. So right now in the sunroom, both of these chairs that I'm sitting in, I have 2, one right next to me, fit, but the couch only has the front part on top of the rug. That's okay. I think that's fine. I wouldn't worry about getting a rug so big that all the furniture fits on and then it's like you can see the perimeter of the rug sticking out. I don't think you need to go that big. I would just make sure that at least 2 legs of all the furniture, like I said, fit on. Or if you wanted to get something like even smaller where just the coffee table is on a rug. I wouldn't do something in between where it's like, okay, just the couch and the coffee table and then the chairs, if you have a similar setup, are off of the rug. Unless you're getting a rug for your bedroom, I would have the majority of the rug like halfway under the bed and then sticking out. I don't necessarily think the nightstands need to be on. I don't necessarily think the dresser needs to be on. There are like technical rules and sizes that you can follow depending on what size bed you have all over Pinterest. I would look at that. If you want to be specific and picky and you don't want to risk it by getting a too small rug, I totally get that. But I think a rug in every single space just makes it feel more complete. It makes it feel more purposeful. Like it feels complete. It feels finished. Having a rug underneath the furniture, it's like, okay, we're done. End scene. Like that's what a rug does to me. I just feel like without it, it's like, okay, we just need one more thing. If your space allows, if you have an open concept, like kitchen, dining, and then living room, I feel like you can get away with not having your dining area have a rug. I mean, I do like that look. I think that looks nice. But if you wanted to skip one, I would have your kitchen, no rug in the dining area, and then a rug in the living room area. And then maybe even a runner in the kitchen could be cute. Something like that I think would be really nice. Okay, moving on. Non-negotiable number 9 are curtains. I think curtain size is something that can like make or break the room. Okay, that sounds dramatic, but if your curtains are way too short, it could look a little bit awkward. But also if your curtains are not wide enough to cover the windows, I think that looks a little awkward as well. So if you can stretch your curtains out and you just have one panel completely covering the window, you guys, this is not law. I am not making up the law. If you like the way it looks, that's all that matters. But I think if you added a second panel, that way you could still see pleating. I think that would look a little bit better, a lot of it better. Okay, so having 2 panels on each side, that's what I try to do because I don't want to just stretch it out and then it's just perfectly covering the window. I like the pleating. I like it to fall naturally. And I think if you have more panels, depending on the size of your window, I mean, honestly, you don't have to do that. Like if it's a smaller window, you could get away with 2 on either side. But if you're talking about like a bedroom window, I would get 4. I would get 2 on each side, just so you could still have pleating when the curtains are closed. I think that would look really elegant and really nice. So I think curtains make a big difference. Even if you have window treatments, I still would add a curtain over it just to make it feel a little bit more elevated. If you have white walls, you could do maybe even like a darker curtain. If you have darker walls, maybe like a pattern curtain, I think could be really cute. You could really have fun with this and it can transform and change the entire vibe of the room. If you have like a pattern curtain and like a neutral couch and then maybe like a natural woven rug, I think that is so gorgeous. And maybe like a wooden side table, I think would be so pretty. Okay, you guys, and the last one, if you are 9 for 9, fine. Girl, fingers crossed you have this last one. Okay, the last one is coordinating furniture instead of matching furniture. Now, what I mean by that is obviously if you have white chairs and you have a white couch, like that's fine, but I'm talking about those sets, those furniture sets that you can get from like Ashley's Furniture, Rooms to Go. I love their furniture pieces. You can really find some nice, good quality furniture. I know when we first moved into our old house, we went to Haverty's. I don't know if Haverty's is everywhere, but anyway, it's a really nice, good quality furniture. So I'm not saying don't go to places like that and only get, you know, mix match different unique things. You can go to places like that, but instead of buying the complete set, you know how they have like the showrooms, maybe get the bed from this one and then the dresser from this one. Like you can mix and match. I know they have it styled and you might be thinking, okay, well naturally I need a bed and I need a dresser. I might as well get it all from the same like showroom. I would try to mix and match a little bit. I love the way that maybe the bed and the nightstands match and then you have a thrifted or a unique dresser. I think that gives it more character. It looks a little bit more interesting. It looks a little bit more collected. Again, my opinion is coming from a standpoint of I like a home to feel collected. I like a home to feel, you know, like kind of put together and styled along the way. It's kind of like a journey. That's how I look at it, where you picked up this piece, then maybe you switched this one and then added this one. That's my vibe. That's what I like. So that's kind of my stance on it. Obviously, if that's not your vibe, then get the coordinating set, but I would highly suggest not getting the entire set, getting one thing that is different, that doesn't necessarily match perfectly with the set, but it just coordinates. So maybe it's a complementary color. Maybe you have like all light wood furniture, but then you want to get like a black dresser or something that's a little bit contrasting, and then you blend them together with the rug and like accent pillows, and then maybe some wall art to kind of blend in the two contrasting colors. I think that looks a little bit more, like I said, collected. I feel like I've been saying collected this whole entire video, but yeah, I really think that is the best option to go about it. I think that looks really unique, it looks really styled, and it looks really personalized because, I don't know, it just gives it more personality. It looks a little bit more fun. So yeah, you guys, those are all of my home decor non-negotiables that I think every room should have. You have to let me know in the comments, how did you do? Did you get 10 out of 10? Okay, did you get an A in this quiz, in this pop quiz? No, it's not really great. I take that back. It's not a grade, but we'll just see like how did you do? Did you have everything? Are you thinking, okay, I need a couple of these things. I'm gonna click on the links and see what I can find. Let me know in the comments. I will have the description box filled with some of my home decor favorites that you can shop, but you have to let me know if this video was helpful, if it gave you some inspiration. I hope so, that was the goal. So yeah, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. And we, on my home decor non-negotiables, we will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.